Up first, I think Boyhood is going to win Best Picture, and I think it should win Best Picture. It's a fabulous film, and it's from director Richard Linklater, who kind of came onto the scene in the indie boom of the early 90s and has been working in a very significant, very unique way ever since, alternating sort of more commercial Hollywood things with very personal projects. People who are looking back in 1992, I think it was, when Slacker came out, an almost experimental, plotless film that developed a cult following. Nobody would ever think that he'd be up there, but I can almost guarantee he's going to win Best Director, and the film will win Best Picture, as it should. Very famously, the film was made over a period of a decade or more. It's got a hook, it's got a gimmick that people can really latch onto. It's an astounding achievement on a technical level, on that gimmicky level that the Academy really likes and that people really like to hook onto come Oscar time. But it's a significant piece of work on its own, and deserving of Best Picture, which I think it will win. In the Best Actress category, Julianne Moore, I think, is going to win for the film Still Alice, about a very accomplished professional woman in early middle age who develops very early onset Alzheimer's and watches her life kind of disintegrate, and you get to see her family deal with that. Julianne Moore is a wonderful actress and an actress of a certain age, and this is a woman who is dealing with the challenges of growing older in a Hollywood that generally has very little use for movies about actresses that are growing older and actresses who are growing older. But it also has the hook, the gimmick. And again, it's sad to say that Oscars often, you know, a movie will be great. A movie will have interesting performances and be really subtle and nuanced and interesting. But if it doesn't have that great little gimmick to push it over into the Academy's notice, into the popular buzz, generally they get lost. Again, I think Julianne Moore will win, and I think she probably should win, and I think she'll win for the wrong reasons. I love Grand Budapest Hotel. I have a long and very boring personal history with director Wes Anderson. I think his first three films, Bottle Rocket, Rushmore, and The Royal Tenenbaums, are three of my favorite films of all time. I think that it took a long time for people to kind of get into his particular vibe, which is very idiosyncratic visual and very personal style. The Grand Budapest Hotel, after several years where I sort of was disappointed by his films, I think again kind of launches into the sweet spot of being very visually gorgeous. His movies are like that. They're beautifully packaged and layered with sentiment and humor and melancholy, and this film is a confection. It's a beautiful, sad, funny, sweet, mournful movie that sort of was packaged up and delivered to the Academy in a pretty little box, and I'm happy for Wes Anderson. I think it's his best film since The Royal Tenenbaums, and again, I think it also plays directly into what the older, very inside, very white Academy really enjoys.